Hello and welcome to Planet Cruise live on Ideal World. A very warm welcome if you have just joined us. Lots to look forward to in this hour. We've got a great guest. It wouldn't be the same without you, so stay with us. And of course, lots and lots and lots of very special offers. Now, I am joined by Keith from Planet Cruise. Good to see you.
And good to see you, Howard, as well. I'm loving the pink.
Well, do you know what?
Yeah.
Feeling nice and cheerful.
It is.
In terms of the brand, Planet Cruise, why do we love Planet Cruise?
Well, we're an award-winning travel brand. We've been taking people around the world through cruises for absolutely years. And we love what we do. And the thing is that our people that work for us, the people that you can call up and speak to tonight, go on cruises. They love cruise holidaying themselves. So you're speaking to experts in every sense of the word.
And in terms of your background, you're passionate about cruising. You've got a lot of experience, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I worked for 12 years on board. So I was what they call a cruise director, and I organised all the entertainment. I've been to all these ports, so I can share my own personal knowledge with you about the companies, about the different ships, and about the ports themselves.
Well, we're very excited about today's show, and I can tell you, we've got lots to preview. So let's start off and go through all of the deals that we have for you. Now, the first deal is coming up on screen. Let's just bring the full details up, because I can tell you this is under £800, and you can order on the phone lines, you can order on the website. So let's just bring up those principal deals that you need to see. Remember that this is an 8-night Dubai and Middle East fly cruise. Great dates. We're talking about December 2014, January 2015. You've got the overnight on board in Dubai, and already I can tell free cheer drinks package is going to attract a lot of people. I can tell you that you've got your return flights. Deposit only is something else we're shouting about, and you've got the overnight on board in Dubai as well. A very, very special deal. But in this quick preview, I'd like to go on to the next offering. We've got lots of variety in tonight's show, and of course you can call straight into the call centre and order, or go on the website. But our next offering is coming your way at a very, very special price. Now, we're talking about Fred Olsen. It's a 9-night Canary Island cruise, 23rd of November 2014, and it's working out at under £65 per person. And you've got the flight back to London Gatwick. Flights also available back to Manchester. Supplements may apply. 9 nights on board, and you've got the overnight on board in Gran Canaria. So this is coming up in this live hour. Let's move on to the next cruise, and I honestly believe we have something for everybody, at all ages, and I'm going to tell you right now, this price is phenomenal. The details you need to know right now: you've got your return flight from London Heathrow, plus all overseas transfers. Also, we can provide flights from the UK airports, many airports. It's a brand new product. Overnights on board in Dubai and Singapore. We will be showcasing this throughout the course of the show, and I can tell you, from £1,349 per person, this will create a lot of interest. So that, of course, is your celebrity cruises. Let's move on to P&O, and we'll be featuring P&O a lot throughout the course of this show. So remember, we've got great deals. We've got lots of availability as well. Often the offers we have, it's a case of first come, first served, and at £599.99 for this P&O cruise, remember, 12 nights, and of course, if you're ordering right now, you can add the 1 night at the incredible Marriott Hotel for just £70 a night, and that includes your parking and your return port transfers. That's a massive benefit. A lot of people take up that offer. You've also got a great ship, and also the itinerary is superb. Do remember, we'll be talking about excursions as we go throughout the course of this show as well. We're moving on to Oceania Cruises now. Maybe this is your first Oceania cruise. Well, let me tell you, this price is incredible. Details coming up here. It is first come, first served. Return flights from London Gatwick, plus all overseas transfers. And we can provide flights from most UK airports. And you've got free gratuities. Now, for those of you familiar with cruising, that, again, is a massive benefit. And, again, a smashing price, just £1,049 per person. Right, next up, it's a different theme. It's what we call hotpicks, and these very much are first come, first served. Now, we've got the details coming up here, and I can tell you right now, this is a 10-night from £499 per person. The brand is Norwegian, well, in fact, it's Norwegian Cruise Line. It's the Norwegian Jade that you'll be sailing on, and I can tell you, the number you need to be calling right now is 0800 840 1088. And this one's got a really good itinerary.
Yeah, it does, yeah. So you're seeing there, Norwegian, it's an American cruise line. This is freestyle cruise line, freestyle cruising. It's very, very laid back. It's very relaxed. We're all focused on entertainment and lots of variety with food and no set dining time. So it really is your cruise. Great itinerary there, as you can see, going into the Eastern Med, going up to Istanbul, that wonderful city spread over 2 different continents, the East and the West joined in this wonderful metropolis. And as you can see with this deal, 10 nights at £549. We featured this on Sunday's show. It sold like hotcakes, so this is one of the last chances to get back on this. 2 great dates in December. Excellent, excellent deal there.
So that's your first hot pick. Let's move on to our second hot pick. Now, this is the Marco Polo, and of course, it's Cruise and Maritime, and again, that's an incredible price.
It really is. 12 nights at £589 per person. Don't adjust your TV shows, but that is absolutely real. It's on the 15th of October this year. It is a last-minute special. It's 60% off the brochure price.
Wow.
Look at that itinerary. Going around the Baltics, having an overnight in St. Petersburg, going to see the wonderful Hermitage and all the 3 million pieces of artwork there, going to Helsinki, into Sweden, into Tallinn, Estonia. It's an incredible itinerary. And again, with Cruise and Maritime, British Cruise Company, this really is very, very, very good value. That's
the second hot pick. Let's show you the third and final hot pick in this section. Now here we're talking about travelling with Cunard. It's the Queen Mary 2. That's a staggering price.
It is a staggering price. This is my last ship. I got off her in January last year as the entertainment director. Beautiful, beautiful ocean liner. 10 nights at under £1,000 for a balcony. You're getting a balcony with Cunard, that 5-star service, 174 years of history, and a 2-night stay in New York. Great opportunity to get your shopping. You know what I mean? This is going to be an incredible opportunity. You fly out, do your shopping, and then bring it back, so you don't have to worry about all the different weight restrictions you do on a plane. It's a great deal, this.
So that, of course, is our quick preview at the start of the show, but let's go right back to MSC Cruises. We'll spend time now going through each of the cruises, and of course, when we start off, we always have a close look at the ship, and the ship really is amazing. Now, this is a wonderful, wonderful vessel.
This is MSC, so it stands for Mediterranean Shipping Company. They're a family-owned Italian company, one of the few family-owned companies still in cruising. They've got a massive shipbuilding program, and they build these big, beautiful ships full of Italian sophistication with these Swarovski crystal staircases, lovely, big, well-appointed staterooms, or some people would call those as cabins. It's an international clientele, so you're going to meet people from all over the world, and you're going to get a chance to relax and enjoy and get massage, whether it's Swedish massage or kind of a deep sports massage, working out in the gym. And remember, of course, with cruising, you know, you unpack once and then you go to a different country virtually every day. And with that, you're getting your food, you're getting your entertainment, you're getting a lot of your drinks included as well. So it really is a wonderful opportunity. It's a great value cruising option. And certainly with MSC, they focus on Italian wine, Italian cuisine. It is international food. You can get food from around the world, but they focus on the different regions of Italy, which is absolutely fantastic. And you've got 5 different restaurants on this ship, 5 different ones to enjoy. The best one, I think, is the Shanghai Chinese restaurant.
The word is variety. There's incredible value for money. We're looking at MSC. Do remember to call in. The early bird catches the worm. 0800 840 1088 is the telephone number. It's a different telephone number during these cruise shows. And do check out the website planetcruise.co.uk/TV.
The other big thing as well with MSC is that children under the age of 18 often get to travel for free. So it depends on the deal. So do get in touch, particularly with MSC, because if you've got a family, it's really, really good value cruising.
Now, the next thing we need to know is where we're going. So we've got the map here, and what fantastic destinations.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're flying out to Dubai overnight, and then you're going to get on board this beautiful MSC ship to be really just wowed and looked after with amazing service. Your first port of call is Abu Dhabi, or as I call it, Abu Dhabi Do. And this is absolutely fantastic. Spotlessly clean white sand beaches, perfect for your water sports. Then you've got an amazing history, things like the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque, which is a must-see, and it features the world's largest crystal chandelier and carpet, and it's free to visit. It's one of the few mosques that you can go and visit and really get an experience of the culture. You've also got lots of great things like Water World, which just opened this year, which is the world's biggest water park. So if you're there with a family, that's great. Or you've got Ferrari World, with the world's fastest roller coaster, 150 miles per hour. There's loads of great things to do beyond that, of course. Excellent tax-free shopping. You've got great bars like the Yacht Club bar with 150 different varieties of vodka. That's where you and I would end up, I'm sure, Howard. And then places like car city, which is brilliant because cars aren't allowed to enter. It's a pioneering zero-carbon development run entirely by the sun, and it's a really fascinating thing to do, particularly if you are like me and you're kind of more concerned about the environment and finding out ways in which we can do to prolong the life of this beautiful planet. So it's a great port. OK, then you're heading off for a relaxing day at sea. Before we go to, I'll be careful how I pronounce this, Coral Fahan.
Nicely done.
It means the Creek of Two Jaws, and this features the best beaches in the Gulf of Oman and the best diving and snorkelling you're going to get in this area. So great beach day for you to relax. Then we're going to Muscat. Now this is an ancient world that you're entering here. This was the favourite of the Queen of Sheba, no less. And again, it's a lovely old town caught between these wonderful terracotta mountains that you're seeing there, this rugged was the word I was looking for, mountains that go along the back there. You can stroll the Mutra Kanish and you can watch the locals interact. You can haggle in the Mutra Souk for maybe a beautiful pashmina or a silver dagger and smell the incense that hangs in the air. You can head up to scuba dive. This is where Prince Charles regularly goes scuba diving. And you can also take a 4x4 into the red sandstone mountains to swim in crystal wadi pools and picnic in secluded oasis. It's an amazing place. Then you're heading out for your next port of call. This is Kasab, and this is the Norway of Arabia. I always call it that. And you're going to go through these fjords. You can go on a wooden dhow boat, which is an old wooden constructed boat, and you go through these ancient fjords, and they're full of bottlenose and spinner dolphins, and they give you this wonderful show. We swim along the side of the ship. It's in a completely free marine environment, so this isn't a controlled chance to see marine life. This is natural. You see them in their own habitat. You can also head out to the Kasab Fort, which is beautiful, and you've also got chances to head out to see the traditional lives of fishermen in some of the little villages along the coastline, or to explore the Bedouin way of life through into the desert. Then Dubai. So we've gone from the ancient history of this part of the world now to the modern, glitzy, overexposed area of Dubai. In the middle of a desert where nothing existed until 20 years ago, this literally is the biggest and the best of everything. You've got the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, with the fountains there that do a wonderful show for you. You've got the Burj Al Arab Hotel, the world's only 7-star hotel with an underwater restaurant. You have to take a submarine to get down to actually eat there. You can go and enjoy the history again. You can go out, go sand surfing, you can go camel racing or watch the camel racing rather than do it. It's probably my recommendation. There's even camel beauty contests, and there's some real lookers, Howard. It really, really is. And beyond that, you can obviously do the traditional belly dancing, and again, loads of chances to get involved with shopping. This is a duty-free paradise. If you want to buy bargains, then you've got the malls to do it, and also getting out into the markets and haggling for those spices, for those wonderful ornaments that are part of the history of this magical part of the world. Fantastic cruise, a fantastic city to end it in, and a great chance for you to have an overnight, which means the whole of Dubai comes alive at night in a very different way.
And I notice deposit only. That's very attractive.
Yeah, deposit only, exactly. So great chances to kind of guarantee it. And again, this will go really quickly, so it's a good thing to ring up tonight, guarantee the cruise, and then worry about the payment later.
And of course, you fly back to London. We're actually having a close look at the ship now. This ship is absolutely gorgeous. MSC Orchestra.
Yeah, that's it. And with MSC, they use a lot of glass in their constructions. There's lots of light. There's lots of chances, even when you're inside the ship, to have a look at where you're sailing. Lots of open deck space for those sun worshippers amongst you that want to do that. But the great thing about this deal especially is that there are flights from London Gatwick, Manchester and Glasgow. 3 different airports there in different parts of the UK at no extra cost.
And of course, let's not forget, you get the free Cheers drinks package. Don't forget that. So you've got the return flights from London Gatwick, deposit only, and of course, overnight on board in Dubai to experience this amazing city.
We should say that free drinks package means that you get unlimited wine, soft drinks and draft beer and mineral water during dinner, when you're eating, okay, during lunch and dinner. So when you're having lunch and dinner, that package means you get unlimited access to the draft beer and the wine.
Of course, do speak to the operators, go online and find out more about the excursions. You might like to add these to your trip as well, and I can tell you we've got great excursions to Muscat and of course Abu Dhabi. So do speak to our operators or click online and you can add that to your itinerary. So that of course is deal number 1. Now we're moving on to Fred Olsen, and the ship here is very, very special, isn't it? I love this next deal. And remember, you can call in, and of course, you can click on the website and find out more. But I know that our very own Sean Ryan has been on board, and he's been exploring.
Well, one thing's for sure, you'll never be bored on Braemar. She may be just 24 tonnes, but she's got all of the conveniences and facilities you need to have a really great time. So why not just jump in this wonderful bubbling jacuzzi there, or if you're feeling a bit more active, you can have a little swim, or you could even take a yoga or Pilates class in the brand new fitness centre. That's really good, really state of the art actually. Well, Braemar offers a great choice of bars, and one of my favourites is behind me, the Marquee Pool Bar, which has this lovely canopied area allowing all of this gorgeous sunshine to flood in. Now, other bars include the Morning Light Pub. That's like having your own local on board and great for socialising with friends, both old and new, of course. If you love panoramic views, then I really recommend the Observatory Lounge with its huge windows, and the grand piano there provides the perfect atmosphere for a pre-dinner drink. Braemar has a variety of restaurants. This one is the Grampian. It's one of the slightly more formal and intimate restaurants. There's also the main Thistle restaurant, but both offer a delectable and delicious 5-course dinner. Now, for those of you that maybe prefer a more relaxed, casual setting, there's Palms Cafe, and that offers like a buffet-style service with no set dining times. Braemar always keeps you entertained during the day and also provides you with great and memorable evening entertainment too. Expect every night to be different with a variety of shows including cabarets, dancing, singing, stand-up comedians, special theme nights too, for example, British night and rock and roll. Braemar offers a wide variety of accommodation to suit all different needs and budgets. You might choose a balcony cabin such as this, or go for an outside or inside. And for solo passengers, special single accommodation is also available, often at really good prices too. All cabins have interactive televisions, a safe tea and coffee making facilities, and they all have a really nice, warm and homely feel. And if you want to order breakfast or light snacks or drinks, then a complimentary cabin service is also available.
So that, of course, is Sean on board the Braemar. This is such a good cruise.
Fantastic, and of course, you know, Fred Olsen have been around now for over 100 years, so they really know what they're doing, and they've got the highest rate of repeat passengers in the industry. That tells you something.
You can see why. Let's find out where we're going, because the itinerary here is wonderful. And, of course, we start off in Southampton.
Yeah, we do, so it's a great chance there for you to leave from the sunny UK. You've got a couple of relaxing days at sea before you hit Lisbon. And this is an amazing chance for you to enjoy the Portuguese capital. In fact, some of the best views are as you sail in on the Tagus River, and you're going to pass places like the Belém Tower, which is the very impressive 15th century marine fortification. You'll also pass the Monument to the Discoverers, and you'll literally head to what I call the city of hills, bright yellow trams and custard tarts. You must try the custard tarts, they are to die for. Head out to the Alfama district, which is the ancient district there, and you get a chance to take in St George's Castle and the amazing views that it offers you. And again, you can take one of the trams. The trams are the way to get around because it's a very hilly city. This is the St Geronimus Monastery where Vasco da Gama's tomb is kept, and you can get along there by taking tram 15 out along towards the Belém Tower, towards the Monument of Discoverers. There's so much to see and do here. Tram 28 that I referred to before is probably the best tour that you can do via a form of public transport in the world. Take it from St George's Castle, it winds down the barrier water, back up the backs here, and you've got these wonderful cobbled streets. You're going to see old women dressed in the traditional Portuguese garb hanging out there washing, and the smell of baking bread, and you'll get the echo of fado, the wonderful mournful Portuguese music echoing around the streets as this ancient yellow streetcar clatters along. It really is a magical experience. You can head out into the coast, head out into the countryside. You can take in places like Sintra. There's a lot of modern art as well to enjoy, or just head to the beach. But it really is a magical city.
And just £40 more for an outside cabin. This is a very special deal.
Yeah, exactly. And again, that outside cabin means you get the views as you're heading in to places like Lisbon, as you're going into down the Tagus River.
So it is the Braemar, Fred Olsen Cruises. You can call right now. What's next?
Yeah, so we've got a relaxing day at sea before we then get to Funchal. This is called the hanging basket of the Atlantic, and for good reason. It is a nature lover's, a flower lover's paradise. Beautiful island, a bewitching collection of cobbled cobbled streets, quaint museums and buzzing cafes and restaurants. If you like your food like me, go and try espadada, which is the hanging beef, so Moorish, so tender, it melts in the mouth. You've got these wonderful dramatic cliffs, some of the tallest in the world, and this characterises Madeira. This is a very famous island for Winston Churchill, and in fact you can sit in Reed's Palace and have afternoon tea just as it used to be served to him, and look at your ship down in the port. You can also take the cable car up into the botanical gardens, up into the mountains, the images you're seeing there, and then hurtle back down in these wicker toboggans pushed by these local men in traditional costume along these streets, and it's an amazing experience. It really, really is.
I bought Madeira cake when I was there, and that was a treat.
Well, Madeira cake's great, and Madeira wine as well.
I tried that as well.
Exactly. The two go hand in hand, Howard, and make for an even more fun experience on the wicker toboggans. But it's a beautiful place, and of course you must look out for the iconic Madeira dragon tree. Now, we're then going to La Palma, and we're now hitting the Canaries, 355 days of sun a year. Santa Cruz is first. This is rolling mountains, this is plunging valleys, sweet-smelling pine forests galore. This is dramatic black sand beaches giving way to these little hidden coves. And you're stepping back in time here. This really is a more traditional experience of the Canaries. The locals call it the Beautiful Isle. And you've got these wonderful, great and grand colonial buildings and sleepy squares that you can experience. Head out to the La Cadera de Tapantenti National Park, which is actually the world's biggest volcanic crater, 28 kilometres wide. It's an incredible experience, and the park sits in the crater. There's over 25 different species of bird that live in this crater as well. You can hurtle over the rugged terrain on a quad bike going past these banana plantations, or you can hike through a tropical rainforest of Los Tillas. OK, then we're going to even further back. This is a very rare island in the Canaries. Most people wouldn't have even heard of this. La Gomera. San Sebastian is the port, and it's literally the Canary Islands stripped bare. It's a great choice for people that love to walk and that love scuba diving as well. You can see plenty of tuna, parrotfish and trumpetfish. And you've got the El Cedro forest you can hike through, and the El Chorro waterfall to look forward to. Look at this. It's magical. Then you're going to Gran Canaria. Now, everyone knows Gran Canaria. I've got an overnight there, and this is golden dunes of sand drenched in year-round sunshine, and these little pretty whitewashed villages. You can take a trip to Bandama crater, which is over 3,000 foot high, one of the few inhabited volcanic craters in the world. You can potentially be Lawrence of Arabia and head through the sand dunes on a camel. You can head into Las Palmas as well, the centre where there's these chic boutiques and tempting tapas bars tucked in amongst lovely little architecture. And there's the Christopher Columbus Museum there for history lovers as well. But it's a beautiful chance to enjoy the beach and more.
And then, of course, we move on to Tenerife, a very, very attractive island. Beautiful vegetation.
That's it, yeah, Tenerife. And this is your chance, of course. You're seeing Spain's highest mountain there, Mount Teide. From there, you're then flying back to London. So it's an incredible itinerary. And again, because you're heading out into the Canaries, it's 355 days of sun a year. How we wish the UK was like that, Howard.
Well, we wish for opportunities from Planet Cruise to take us to these warm places.
We do.
And I can tell you, you're travelling on a very, very special ship. We can see the images here. The level of decor, it just exceeds your expectations.
Yeah, and with Fred Olsen, they're smaller ships, they're very personal, you get a really attentive service because they're smaller, because there's fewer people travelling on them. The crew take even more time looking after you.
So all of these images really do capture the Braemar. Let's have a look to see what's included as well. Your flight back to London Gatwick, plus all overseas transfers. Flights also available from Manchester. 9 nights on board. Yes, that price is correct. £579 per person. And, of course, overnight on board in Gran Canaria. Let's have a quick look at those excursions. So we're looking at the half-day tour of Lisbon, also shopping tour and delights. Do speak to the operators now. Call 0800 840 1088 or click on the website. First come, first served.
Do you know what's so good about these excursions? When you book them through us, through Planet Cruise as well, Howard, they're up to 60% cheaper than you'll find when you get on board. And also, if you book them ahead before you get on board the ship,
yes,
you take out that worry of getting on board on the first day,
yes,
running around and going to the port showcase, queuing up for you to book your tour, and then sometimes they're fully booked. Take all the stress out of it and literally book them beforehand through us, and then when you get on board you can sit back on that first day, have a cocktail and watch the world slide past.
And as you said, you save 60%, so lots and lots of reasons to take advantage. Now we're moving on to deal number 3. This is celebrity cruises. have you ever sailed with Celebrity Cruises? We'll bring up the details here, but before we do, I know you've got a winner to talk about.
We do. Well, that's because it seems like yesterday, but we had a wonderful show dedicated to Celebrity Cruises recently, which was so successful. So thank you so much to all of you that rang up and booked in on some wonderful cruises. And this is the winner. This is for the extra $200 onboard spend. And look at this. We took a photo because we contacted them on Monday once the prize was drawn, and they sent us this photo in. So Mr. and Mrs. Lambert, congratulations to you. You have won, as you already know, $200 onboard spend for your upcoming cruise with Celebrity Cruises.
And that is very, very exciting. I could think of lots of ways to spend that on board. Now, next up, we're on board Celebrity Century. Now, you can talk us through this, because this is just, again, another beautiful vessel.
Yeah, it really, really is. And we're going to see some amazing video footage now of Celebrity Cruises, who are award-winning and 5-star. They really, really are. So here we go with some excellent footage we're going to see with Celebrity. With exceptional levels of service and a crew-to-guest ratio of 1:2, and well-designed and easy-to-navigate ships, and a decor that's both sophisticated and contemporary, this is a cruise line who offer a very real sense of modern luxury. Celebrity Cruises have always pushed the boat out when it comes to dining, not just in the sheer choice, but also the quality of the food that they offer. Experience saver menus pairing classic and contemporary selections, from casual alfresco dining through to the stunning main dining room. And of course, there's an appetising range of quirky, excellent specialty restaurants. Matching a bar to your mood is what Celebrity does best. And there's a great range of beverage and wine packages offering great value. You can top up the tan while enjoying a margarita by the pool, or use your Sea Pass card and help yourself to another great glass of vino in Cellar Masters. You can soak up the sounds of the big band in the Passport Bar, or try one of the 64 craft beers available on board. My favourite, though, has to be here at the Molecular Bar, where tasting the work of the liquid chef will engage all your senses. Life on board Celebrity Cruises is an opportunity for you to enjoy your holiday just as you want it. From relaxing by the pool with a good book to a whole host of exhilarating and unique experiences, the choice really is yours. Cooking competitions, mixology classes, dance and language classes, informative lectures, and behind-the-scenes access to the inner workings of a modern-day cruise ship. When the sun sets, Celebrity ships come alive with a dazzling selection of bars, lounges, nightclubs and casinos. You can relax with a cocktail, meet new friends, take to the dance floor, or hit the casino tables. But keep an eye out for the interactive theme parties. You may even find dancers in exquisite costumes suddenly appear to entertain you. There's West End style theatre shows, dance, comedy, magic, music, and an extraordinary front row seat waiting just for you. On a Celebrity cruise, luxury comes as standard. There are 6 different varieties to choose from, and over 85% have a private balcony. The design is smart, fresh and contemporary, and all offer a great range of sumptuous amenities such as fluffy bathrobes, deluxe toiletries, Egyptian cotton bed linen, and 24-hour complimentary room service. From comfortable inside staterooms to these gorgeous suites which feature floor-to-ceiling windows, panoramic balconies, and your very own private butler. Trust me, once you've unpacked, you won't ever want to leave.
Keith, I think it's safe to say you really enjoyed that.
Oh, it was amazing, absolutely. I mean, I think, you know, Celebrity are a 5-star American cruise line. They do things really well. They're award-winning. They keep on wrapping up at all the award ceremonies. They're doing really well at the moment. They really are.
Let's see where we're going now, because this is half the fun of the fair. Fantastic destinations. Of course, we're thinking Dubai first.
Well, this is it. Well, I've already covered Dubai, so you know we'll go quickly from there. But it's an amazing place. There you're seeing already the Burj Al Arab, that wonderful 7-star hotel. So from Dubai, and a chance to not only have a night's stay there and then get on board the ship and have another day in Dubai, you've then got a couple of relaxing days at sea before you go to India, to Mumbai. Wow, I used to love coming into this place. It's the home of Bollywood, that world-famous film industry. It's the glamour capital of India. It's a city of stark contrast with these modern towers of steel and glass next to these stately stone edifices of the days of the Raj. It's an amazing experience. Automobiles like race down these crowded streets. There's this wonderful paradox about India. There's the Gateway of India, where all the troops used to come through. It's a place of haunting beauty. Then you've got the serenity of places like the Jain Palace. You've got the elephant caves that you can go and enjoy. I always say, you know, go and get a local taxi driver, you know, if you're not doing a tour, and let him take you around, and let him take you to his local family's curry house, because you'll have the best ever curry experience in the world. And it's a land of smiles. And the big thing you've got to do is go to Adobe Gap. Basically, they do all their laundry in the city still in these stone basins, and the people live in this place called Adobe Gap. There's thousands of people that work there, and they beat the sheets against the stone. And yet all the hospitals, all the top hotels, all get their laundry done there. It's a mind-blowing experience. It's like stepping into a different culture, which is what cruising's all about. Okay, then you're going on to Goa. This is India again, but now we're going to the beach capital of India. It's a unique place where the local motto is Sosongade, which means take it easy. I love Goa. I spent a couple of months here, you know, as a younger man, and I absolutely adored it, exploring up and down the place on a motorbike. It does have that kind of hippie vibe, but now it's much more about the wonderful kind of the leftover Portuguese influence with these wonderful villas you've got there, and the wonderful crumbling, richly decorated churches. And then you've got the wonderful, friendly people. I'll give you an example. You know, when you go to one of the markets and we were taking a photo, and we wanted to take a photo, me and my girlfriend at the time, and a local man full in trousers and shirt came and took the camera. He walked into the sea, soaked his trousers to then take a photo so we could get the right look, and came back. He didn't want any money. He just did it because he wanted to be friendly, because he was happy that we were there exploring.
Genuine people.
Part of the world. Very genuine. It's an amazing place to go and see. Okay, then you're going through to New Mangaladore. Again, this is India. It's a bustling city with rich history, surrounded by coconuts and ashoka and palm trees, and also by these rolling Sahyadri mountains and this majestic river that flows through towards the Arabian Sea. It's an amazing place. It's full of 11th century temples, palm-lined beaches, and you've got the St. Alonius Chapel, which is often compared to the Sistine Chapel in Rome, and inside it's absolutely stunning.
Wow.
My favourite beach, Panama Beach, which is located 10 miles, and you've got a series of all these temples, again dating back to the 11th century, so lots to see and do. Then a relaxing day at sea before you now go to Sri Lanka, the little brother of a little sister and the tip there of India. I love this place, Colombo, once known as Serendib. This is where the origin of the word serendipity comes from, and it certainly is a place full of surprises and full of these wonderful creatures.
Gorgeous.
Elephants. It really is magical, and in fact you can go and meet all these wonderful people. They have an elephant orphanage, and I recommend that to be the tour that you put at the top of your list. You can also go to Kandy to visit the house which holds apparently the tooth of the Buddha. And also you can go and try some of the local tea, because this is the land of Ceylon. This is where the best tea in the world comes from. This is where we have to thank tea from, so definitely have a local cup of tea and bring some of it back with you as well. Then you've got a relaxing day at sea before we go to Singapore. You've got an overnight in Singapore, and again, this is an amazing city. It's the commercial centre of Southeast Asia, and as you see some of these images here, imagine walking through these streets and enjoying them with all the time that you've got to have an overnight here. You've got these sturdy Victorian buildings, you've got these Chinese shop houses with these red tiled roofs, you've got Buddhist temples and Arab bazaars. If you want to do the relaxing on a beach, you can do that at Sentosa Island. You can head into the world's largest walk-in bird aviary with Drang Bird Park. You can shop till you drop at places like Orchard Road for big brand names like and luxury like Gucci and Vuitton. You can also go to some amazing tours. This is the Jurong Bird Park I mentioned.
Beautiful.
That's the Marina Bay Sands Hotel, which took 3 months to raise and put up on the top of those 3 skyscrapers. You can sit in that hotel at the top in that ship and look out across the whole of Singapore in this artificial beach in a pool, sipping a cocktail. I've done it. It's incredible. At night, this place comes alive, and again, you're going to experience it at night. And the best tour at night to do is to do the Singapore Night Safari, over 900 different nocturnal animals, and it's the #1 award-winning tour for Singapore for the last 8 years. It's incredible.
Wow. It's a fantastic itinerary. Let's have another close look at the ship, because of course we're talking about the Celebrity Century, and again this offers so much.
It really, really does. And again, you know, this is 5-star luxury cruising from Celebrity, with a real focus on food, a real focus on beautiful surroundings that are modern and chic and stylish without being overly formal. A lovely blend of relaxed, casual formality. It's great.
And I've noted you can upgrade a balcony to a concierge balcony for just an extra £50. Let's have a close look at some of the details you need to know. Return flights from London Heathrow, plus all of your overseas transfers, and we can provide flights from most UK airports. Brand new product, and do remember, you've got the overnights on board in Dubai and Singapore, and you can add on extra nights to your Dubai stay.
Yeah, you can do. Again, we can always do that. We can tweak some of these deals for you, so do get in touch. But I challenge you, have a look, have a look and to see how much your flights alone out are going to cost you.
Yes.
And then imagine the fact that you're getting 16 nights here, you're getting all your entertainment, all your food, beautiful cabin.
It's value.
Service.
It's luxury at an affordable price. Let's just recap on what we've seen so far, because of course we've shown you lots and lots of opportunities. Now, of course, we started off with MSC. Let's just bring up the details And I will tell you, first come, first served. Do remember, you do get your overnight on board in Dubai. These prices start from £799 per person, and this is MSC, and of course it's 8 nights, Dubai and Middle East. Then, of course, we moved on to Fred Olsen. Now, Fred Olsen, this was the opportunity starting from £579 per person. We were talking about the Braemar, beautiful ship, 9-night Canary Islands cruise, and you've got the 9 nights on board, overnight on board in Gran Canaria. Full details with the operators, free phone number. Click on the website to find out more. And of course, we just saw the Celebrity Cruise opportunity, prices from £1,349 per person. This is a 17-night Dubai to Singapore cruise opportunity with Celebrity Cruises. Next up, we want to very quickly show you hotpicks. Now, can you talk us through these? Because the first one is Norwegian Cruise Line,
That's
and
right.
this is such a good opportunity for £549 per person, 10
10
nights.
nights, it's a real bargain. Again, one of the best sellers from Sunday night show. And look at this, free inside to ocean view upgrade. You're getting a room with a view. You're getting $100 on board spend for things like your drinks and, you know, maybe to go get a massage, treat yourself in the spa. And look at the itinerary there. Athens, Turkey, with Kusadasi for Ephesus, Istanbul, one of my favourite cities in the world, Italy, in Naples. It's an incredible trip around the world. Then we're going through to Cruise Maritime. This is the Marco Polo. Look at this now. Unbelievable. 12 nights, £589.
Incredible.
You know,
incredible.
The value. 60% off brochure price. It is a last-minute special. You need to call us. This is going out in October this year, on the 15th. You won't have long to
Start
enjoy
ironing
this
now.
one. Exactly. And, yeah, pack your undies. And look at that. You've got an amazing trip out to the Baltic for an overnight in St. Petersburg. And then my last ship that I sailed on as a cruise director or entertainment director, Queen Mary 2, 10 nights under £1,000 for a balcony. This is your chance to get some great Christmas shopping. You fly out and get 2 nights in New York, in the Big Apple, to shop till you drop in Macy's and Bloomingdale's and much, much more. Take in all that, Central Park, and then you have this wonderful, relaxing cruise back with all your bargains.
That's incredible.
Brilliant.
Absolutely incredible. Now, let's very quickly have a preview of what's coming up, because we've got P&O. Now, this is P&O Aurora, 12 nights, full details with our operators, and of course you can check on the website. This is all still to come. We'll be sharing this with you. And I can tell you we've got Oceania Cruises coming up as well, and MS Riviera. And we are talking 5-star luxury. Now, I do know we've got a very, very special giveaway with P&O.
We do, yeah, and I've been tweeting this like mad, and if you haven't yet got involved with this, then do so. There's no tricks. Literally, all you need to do is contact us, either by emailing us hello@planetcruise.co.uk with your name, address and contact phone number, or send us a postcard to 1 Quay Point, North Harbour Road, Portsmouth, PO6 3TD. It's for a free cruise courtesy of P&O. It's going to be a 7-night Mediterranean cruise on Ventura, one of their biggest and most beautiful ships, leaving in October of this year for 2 people sharing a cabin. Your flights and transfers aren't included, but that is such a bargain. The winner's going to be announced on Sunday, the 28th of September. That's soon, you know, so that's very soon. That's literally this Sunday coming, isn't it?
And we hope it's you, wherever you're watching right now. It could be you. Now, let's talk about the ways that you can get in contact with us.
That's right. You can tweet us at Planet Cruise, or tweet me at Beefy Keefy. You can search us Planet Cruise on Facebook. You can then get in touch with us at YouTube. Loads of great video footage and parts of this show again repeated on our YouTube channel, along with a lot of different interviews with different people, and movers and shakers in the cruise industry. And then you can also email us hello@planetcruise.co.uk. And I want to say hello to all the different people on Twitter who've been contacting us on the show. Okay, so hello to, here's the list, Emma Woods. We've got Cruise Writer as well, hello to you. Luke Gordon, Jennifer Moody, Perry Furlong, Dallas, and Jennifer Gordon as well. Thank you very much for getting in touch, and hope you're enjoying the show. Grab yourself a bargain.
Absolutely. Right now it's time for P&O. And of course, this is the Aurora. You are going to love this vessel. Have a look at this. This is on board. I'm excited already.
Yeah, of course, P&O. So again, this is a company now that have been around for 175 years. That famous yellow funnel. I know you've cruised them yourself a couple of times, Howard.
Yes, yeah.
Great company, British cruise company here, with a lovely, relaxed on-board vibe. It's more of a traditional style of cruising, but you've got lots of different choice. You can either dine at a set time, or you can dine when you desire to dine. You've got lots of different dining options, like Marco Pierre White's restaurants on board. You're going to have choice of Mexican, Spanish, Italian, Indian or Chinese food. People like Ollie Smith, who help choose the wines. Great selection of different treatments that you can have in the onboard spa if you want to spoil yourself. And that's what cruising's about. It's about relaxing and doing all the things that you can't do in the stress and the hubbub of everyday life. You kick back, forget your worries, let it all melt away under the experienced hands of these wonderful crew. You'll never ever experience service like it.
And you can eat as many times as you like per day.
You can, and people do. They come on, you know, we always used to say that they walk up the gangway as passengers, we roll them off as cargo at the end, you know, but you pay for it, you know, and that's the important thing, you pay for it. And they're a great company, a lot of history, great entertainment. It's like going to the West End every night.
Let's find out where we're going, because this, again, is another cracking itinerary. Benefit is you're starting from Southampton, so convenient.
That's right, yeah, exactly. So, you know, pack your bags and pack away your troubles, get on board the ship. You've got a couple of relaxing days at sea to familiarise yourself with your new home away from home before we get to Lisbon. I've already talked about Lisbon, the Portuguese capital, city of yellow trams, custard tarts. Beautiful place for you to enjoy. Then from Lisbon, we're heading on to Cadiz. This is one of my favourite ports in Spain. Cadiz is absolutely stunning. An impressive harbour packed with Moorish relics, these wonderful walled gardens that you can walk around, and also great beaches. Now, of course, if you want to head out from the designer boutiques, if you want to head out from this kind of sun-baked part of the world and head inland, you can go to Seville, the legendary home of Don Juan, the capital of Andalusia, and a chance for you to go and enjoy one of Spain's longest rivers, see leafy parks, winding medieval streets, grand squares, amazing food. The locals there are devoted to bullfighting, flamenca and fiesta, and it also is the place where tapas was invented. Okay. We're then going for a relaxing day at sea through to Barcelona. This is one of my favourite cities, and again, a great chance for you to go and see Gaudi's work, Gaudi's architecture, his artwork, all around you, from Parc Güell, which you're seeing here, to the famous unfinished cathedral, through to Casa Baroto, some of the homes that he built as well. Las Ramblas, you just saw images there, wander up there with the street performers, and at the top you get to La Buquera, the wonderful 900-year-old street market, which is probably the best place, I think, to get tapas. Wander around the old district, and just enjoy, again, these winding streets, these little tapas bars that are tucked in around the corner, little cathedrals. Great shopping as well, all your high street names, through to quirky Spanish stuff that literally is only available in Spain. The thing that a lot of people don't realise about Barcelona is it has, according to National Geographic, the best urban beaches in the world.
Wow. And
you've got Barcelona, which is literally probably about 15 minutes, 20 minutes from where you dock, and you can go and spend a day at the beach as well, if that's what you want to do. And it's a bit, it's a bit like South Beach in Miami, I think. It's incredible for people watching and for enjoying great weather and great waters.
We went to the Olympic Stadium
on Montjuic.
Montserrat Caballé and Freddie Mercury sang.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
And that's up on Mount Juic. You can get the cable car up there, and I would recommend you do that, Hal, because the views as you go up are pretty stunning. And then you can walk back down. You also go to the Nou Camp if you like your football, see the famous football museum there as well.
It is a very special place. Can't believe the price, £599 per person. 12 nights.
Exactly, and of course you can also go to Cal Prep, which was recently named one of the 50 best places to eat in the world. Note that down if you want to have a little bit of a splurge. Cal Prep, look it up online, it's an amazing restaurant to go and spoil yourself in.
And if you have just joined us, you're watching Planet Cruise. We're live. Do call in on the free phone number or click on the website for full details.
Yeah, so next we're now off to Palma de Mallorca, another fantastic sailing arrival with a beautiful long sea promenade that stretches down to the harbour full of these gorgeous yachts. I love Palma de Mallorca. We used to cruise out of here every week, like with Barcelona. Great for beaches. You've got beaches all around the island. You've got in the centre of the Tramantura Mountains, which are absolutely stunning limestone mountains, which you can hire a car and tour up there, and like Rick Stein did when when he went and got his wonderful wood-fired lamb. You can head into the little dinky villages out in the centre there and see the locals interact. If you're going to stay in Palma yourself, you've got a wonderful neo-Gothic cathedral on the front there, and behind it, again, lots of great little tapas joints. If you're going to go and enjoy some local produce, try what they call an esmeralda, which is their version of the croissant, and it's an incredible thing. You dip it in hot chocolate. There's a place called Bar Bosch just behind the cathedral where you can go and get an esmeralda and dip it in the hot chocolate. It's delicious. Try the gambas alioli as well, which is their prawns and garlic. Absolutely gorgeous. Belvedere Castle, 14th century Belvedere Castle, very kind of Knights of the Round Table, and it's circular construction. And you've got a chance to head out to Formentera Cap. If you want a really beautiful deserted beach, that in my view is the best one, Formentera Cap.
Very, very special indeed.
Now, Cartagena, tucked in a deep bay, guarded by two cliff-top fortresses. It's a Spanish gem. It gives you great chance to go through to Costa Calida, which is 175 miles of beaches stretching off, and also the expat paradise of La Manga, the Manga Strip. Then through to another place that is synonymous with the UK, and is an amazing experience, Gibraltar. Go and see the Barbary apes, those cheeky fellows up on the top. You can take a taxi up there, you can take the cable car up. You can even walk up if you're feeling particularly fit, but there are some of the good-looking chimps that you'll see when you get to the top, the apes. You can go into the cathedrals, go into the rock as well, Cathedral Cave with the acoustics, and see the old siege tunnels that have been there for years defending this very strategic part of the world. You can go out on the marine trips and go and see whales and dolphins. That's an incredible experience. Or just head into the town itself, full of, it's got a wonderful British vibe. You've got, British-looking bobbies walking the beat. You've got these wonderful pubs. You've even got a Marks and Spencer's. You've got red pillar box phone boxes like you get in the UK. But there's heat, there's smiles, there's tans, and there's duty-free by the bucket load.
And of course, back to Southampton. This is P&O. We're talking the Aurora. Coming up in a moment, here we go. Images of this beautiful ship.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. It's paradise.
Really, really beautiful ship. They do. If you're there with the family as well, they do a great kids club between 2 to 17-year-olds. They look after, and they've even got dedicated play areas for the under-2s as well. So if you are there with young children, they will look after them for you and help you enjoy your holiday in real style. Lots and lots of entertainment and activities for you to get involved with, or you make a cruise what you want. That's the great thing about modern cruising. You want to grab a book, grab a sun lounger, soak up the rays, have a cocktail, you can do that.
You're in control. If you want to relax, you can relax. If you want to be active, you can be active. And of course, you can add one night at the Meon Valley Marriott for just £70 per night, and that includes your parking and your return port transfers. That's a massive benefit. A lot of people take advantage of that. Ship and itinerary differs depending on your departure dates, but do call in, speak to the operators, or click on the website. Now, can we bring up the pricing grid, and can you explain how this works?
Yeah, it's just obviously the lead price that we're featuring there is $599, and that is for the 12 nights, which is absolutely incredible. That makes it £53 per person per night. But you'll see the different types of cabin. You've got an inside cabin, outside cabin, and a balcony. Now, on the different dates, you see the 2 other dates, the price is slightly different, but it's still incredibly good value. When you're thinking you're away for nearly 2 weeks here, it's so competitive, the cruise industry at the moment. So again, it does depend on the date that you want to go, but the best bargain there is going on the 4th of November at $599. And you notice as well, the 26th of October and the 1st of December are on a different P&O ship. Still this fantastic product, but on the Oceania instead.
Well, I can tell you right now, if you go on a P&O cruise, you'll want to treat yourself to the excursions. You could have the Barcelona highlights, or you could book up and go on the Essential Gibraltar Rock and the shops and see the apes as well. That's only £21 per person. Do speak to our operators, do click on the website and take advantage of the deals. We are live, and we always say the early bird catches the worm. Right, we're talking 5-star luxury next, and this is Oceania Cruises.
Oceania, fantastic. We very rarely get to feature them on the show, and this is such a good deal, because this is upscale cruising, and Oceania, the great thing I love about Oceania, Howard, is they offer you some of the best value for money options in the cruise industry. They really do, because once you get on board, they have this thing called More Inclusive, where virtually everything that you have there is included in the cost of the ticket up front.
They exceed expectations, and their dining, they just take it to another level.
Yeah, they are an enthusiastic cruise line for foodies. They were formed in 2003 by 2 of luxury cruising's biggest names. They're going from strength to strength, winning lots of different awards. The dress code and the whole idea on board is country club casual, so it really is relaxed. This ship is not too big. It's only just under, 66,000 tonnes. Only have another 1,200 passengers on board. So you're going to get to know people, make friends, get to know the crew. Very good ratio between the crew and and the and the actual passengers on board as well. So you really are looked after. You've got luxurious spa facilities. You've got a cookery centre, which is the only hands-on cooking school at sea. You've even got artists that stay on board the ship as well and teach you in the artist loft to give you art classes.
Wow.
There's a barista's coffee bar where illy coffee is served to you, all included in the price. Beautiful coffee. Go up there, get your flat white, your lattes, your cappuccinos. It will set your day off to a real start. The spas are all operated by Canyon Ranch, who are one of the top luxury spa companies in the world. You've got some of the suites designed by people like Ralph Lauren Home and Dakota Jackson. And the restaurants, you know, they're all included. So you've got these beautiful restaurants, and there aren't any hidden extra costs. So you can dine in all these restaurants at open sitting for no extra cost.
Wow.
And you've got some amazing places to eat and truly blow your mind.
Talking of the suites, if you want to upgrade an interior suite to a deluxe outside, it's just £50 more. Now, we're going to look at the itinerary. We are live. We're going to go quite quickly through the itinerary here. So where do we start?
OK, so yeah, we've got 7 nights on board the ship. The first port is going to be Portofino. This is beautiful. And again, sits on this tiny bay, pastel-coloured buildings rim the harbour. You've got this wonderful cliff stretching off above it. You've got a little harbour full of these expensive yachts, and then you've got loads of great walking trails. I mean, this is the life of the rich and the famous that you can enjoy. I would say the best thing to do is to head up just literally at the end of the northwest kind of end of the harbour. You can head up to the St George's Sanctuary and Church, and it will give you amazing views over the whole of Portofino. Be aware, when you do sit down, it will cost you about €10 to get a Coke, but it's worth it for the view. OK, then you were going through to Rome, to Civitavecchia, the Eternal City. You can stand in the midst of the Colosseum and imagine the gladiators fighting and the crowd baying for blood. You can visit the Pope and say hello at the Vatican City. You can go and see the Trevi Fountain, toss a coin in to make sure that you return. You've got the Sistine Chapel. You've got the Roman Forum. You can walk through in the footsteps of Julius Caesar. There is artwork. There is architecture by the bucket load around you. You've got places like Park Borghese and Villa Borghese, where again you can just wander around, hire a bicycle and really take in and watch the locals into reacting. Via Condotte if you want your shopping, if you want your big Italian names at reasonable prices. But this is an amazing, amazing city for you to enjoy. You can go back there time and time again and always find something different to do. Then we're going through to Livorno. This is your chance to go through to 2 massive powerhouses of Italy. Pisa for the Leaning Tower photo of you holding it up that everyone takes, and Florence for the Renaissance city. It's got one of Italy's big 3, the Duomo, and you can climb up. You've seen a picture of it here. You can climb up, and the views out of the Duomo across Florence are absolutely stunning. My sister lives in Italy, married to a Sicilian. She used to live here, and I spent many, many a happy day walking these streets. You can also head out into the Tuscan countryside, and you can see these medieval towns that look like they've been caught in a time warp, and enjoy some sun and maybe taking a few vineyards, or even head out to Puccini's house on a beautiful lake, Mascaculi. OK, then we're heading out to Marseille. And Marseille is your gateway through to Provence, through to the sunflowers that inspired famous artists like Van Gogh. Chateau d'Elf is there for you to see, where Count of Monte Cristo was imprisoned. You can take the Petit train that takes you up to what you're seeing there. Right at the top, if you can see it, that's the Basilica of Notre Dame. Amazing views over this harbour city. It's a very bustling, multicultural city. This is where bolognese, a famous French stew, originated. And if you want to try one local cuisine dish, try bolognese and go and do some shopping and enjoy this really, really good fun. In fact, it's the 2nd oldest city in France.
Wow.
OK, then you're going through to Port Vendôme, which is 10 miles from the Spanish border. And here, you've got a chance to go through to Perpignan, to Cascaroni, to Banyuls, all these different iconic French towns and villages. So it's a great starting point for lots of adventure. And then you go through to Palma de Mallorca, which again we've already looked at, an iconic beach destination where you can't fail to find something that will put a smile on your face.
A very, very special opportunity. Do call in. We are live 0800 840 1088, or click on the website. Now, we'll show you some more images of the ship. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous ship.
Yeah, there really is. And remember, again, this is more inclusive cruising. So, you know, you're going to find that, you know, so much is included that you don't have to worry about anything once you get on board.
True 5-star luxury. Look at that.
It really is 5-star luxury. And again, at every single level, particularly with the dining, this is all about the food and the quality of the food. I've had miso glazed sea bass on here every time I've cruised, and it still can't be beaten.
Let's have a close look to see what's included. Do remember, you've got the return flights from London Gatwick. We can provide flights from most UK airports, free gratuities, and of course 7 nights on board Oceania Cruise Riviera. And I've noted we've also got the $200 bonus if you're ordering today, Tuesday, or tomorrow, Wednesday. Sense of urgency if you want to take advantage of that extra
because
bonus.
obviously the phone line's closed tonight at 10 and tomorrow at 10. So you need to do it by tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the evening if you want to get that $200 spend. And what Oceania and Planet Cruise have done here is said they'll also honour that for 2 other cruises on the Marina on the 28th of October or the Riviera on the 29th of October. Basically, get on the line, call that number 0800 840 1088 and speak to the team and they'll help you.
Let's talk about excursions. You can go to Rome, we can take you to Palma as well. Full details with the operators. And I'm going to tell you, we are having a very, very busy show. We're going to recap very quickly now everything we've showcased. So, get your pens and paper. Now, of course, we started with MSC. Details will come up on the screen. Do remember, you can order right now, 12th of December. You've got dates in January 2015, and you have got that free Cheers drinks package. Don't forget the overnight on board in Dubai to experience this amazing city at night. Next up, it was Fred Olsen. So let's recap on that deal, starting from £579 per person, and again departing 23rd of November. Flights also available from Manchester overnight on board in Gran Canaria, starting from £579 per person. Do take advantage. Next up, our next cruise that we focused on was Celebrity Cruises. Now this was on board Celebrity Century, starting from £1,349 per person, 17 nights Dubai to Singapore cruise with a stay, 3rd of April 2015. Do call in or click on the website, do not miss out. Then, of course, we moved on to this, and this is, of course, the Surf P&O on board Aurora, 12 nights Western Med cruise from Southampton, starting from £599 per person. And remember, you've got huge savings, save over £200 per person. Next, of course, this is the deal that we just showcased. It is the Oceania Cruises, it's the MS Riviera, and that's £1,049 per person. I'd like to quickly touch on the hot picks. We've got time to tell you we've got the Norwegian Cruise Line. This was the Norwegian Jade, and that's 10 nights, £549 per person. Call in on the free phone number. I'm going to move on very quickly to recap on the Marco Polo. This, of course, is Cruise Maritime Voyages, and I can tell you this has been very, very exciting on the phone lines. Next up, I want to showcase something which is phenomenal. Now, this is Cunard, and of course, it's Queen Mary 2, 10 nights from £999 per person. Now, Keith, let's just recap how people can get interactive with us.
Yep, absolutely. You can tweet us at Planet Cruise. You can find us on Facebook. Just search for Planet Cruise. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for loads of extra video footage and great tips and interviews. Or you can email us at hello@planetcruise.
Let's just remind ourselves why so many people book with Planet Cruise. ATOL and ABTA protection, all overseas transfers, quality hand-picked hotels in a central location, and flights with world-renowned airlines. All in all, the best of the best, which is why you keep coming back and you buy with confidence. In a nutshell, why do so many people book with you?
Because they trust our experience, Howard, because they trust the fact that our actual team have been on the ship and they know the product intimately. But the number one thing, of course, is that cruising itself is such